Frame 6. Dom Barrett. Able to strike.
Well, it's an amazing 3 strikes in a row, but young Dom Barrett had a 7-10 standing there just for a moment. Have a look at this. Hard and straight, bit of rotation, light on the head pin, and there is the 7-10. And hey-ho, away they go. Look at that, great, and it counts as a strike.
So much more relaxed, Europe, after that point 1 at the start of this session.
Well, they're relaxed because they're getting some pin action. They're striking when they want to, as is this man, Mike Fagan.
Yeah, straight back at you from Mike. Nothing to choose between these two partnerships as we head into frame 7.
Okay, Team Europe working on 3 strikes in a row. Stuart Williams playing with one of the highest backswings in the game. Just follows through very smoothly and absolutely rips the rack and sends the crowd here in Barnsley absolutely ballistic. Comparison here with Williams and Fagan. Fagan's got the higher backswing and the smoother delivery, but Williams an actual strike maker as well.
When they pull it off with aplomb as well after the strike's been made, trying to look nonchalant in the stroll back to give the other player a turn.
Well, it is something that they do quite often. It is,
yeah,
it's their job of work, so they should be good.
Oh, very wide from Tommy. That's not what we've come to expect from him. Only a 3rd spare in this competition for him.
As this comes off a hand, you can hear Tommy say, oh no, it's got away from him and it's wide of the mark. It's caught up in the oil. It's just made the head pin. And unfortunately, it's the 4th pin and the 10 which stand, which is a big split for Mike Fagan to stand up and shoot at. And now it is a makeable spare. And Mike's the kind of guy that may well just what we call back this one up. He'll hook it from left to right to get behind this 4 pin and maybe bounce it across if possible.
One of the more difficult shots, no question. Oh, he nearly made it, but he's left it open. Now then, could this be 2 points in a row for Europe?
Well, you can see what he was trying to do and how close that was. But it is an open frame, as you say, Andy, and that could be the turning point. Look at the reduction in the score of Team USA. Maximum now 2-4-7.
Well, he hit the 7 pin with the kind of power he would have wanted. After that, it's lap of the gods, isn't it, in terms of the trajectory of the deflection?
Yeah, as we saw in a 7-10 conversion from Mika Koivuniemi in a previous game, which was fantastic in itself. It's a little bit pot luck. It's a sort of a 300, 400, 500 one to shot.
Strike from Dom. That'll do nicely.
Well, what would you expect a professional bowler to do when your opponent's had a big open frame like that in the middle of a game? All you do is you just jump all over him with a strike, and you make 5 strikes in a row for Team Europe. Perfectly right in the 1-3 pocket. And up come the strike boards. 888.com strike. Yeah, pretty much pressure time now on Tommy Jones. He's had the open frame. Fagan couldn't convert the spare, and so it's TJ up again. One of the rare open frames that Tommy's had.
Back to the kind of level that we know he's more than capable of. Strike there for Tommy. But still, it's Europe heading for another point.
Yeah, 32 pins is the difference with just a couple of frames to go, so USA have really got to strike out, and Europe, well, just keep it on the lane, keep it clean, don't do anything silly. Stuart Williams here, and they're up for a 5-bagger if he can make it.
The Ryder Cup is really beginning here for Team Europe inside the Metrodome. Less said about session 1, the better session 2 is blue.
Yeah, Stuart just showing how to play a lane that's got a lot of oil in it. Keep it tight down the middle. Don't look for too much hook. Let the oil carry the ball down to the pocket, and then just let the ball turn up. And hopefully carry all 10, and this is what Mike Fagan needs to do.
Textbook stuff from Mike Fagan. When the United States needed him to deliver, he did exactly that.
2 strikes in a row from the Americans, but it's made no inroads on the deficit because Europe doubled as well. In fact, it was a 6-pack that Stuart Williams completed. 6 strikes in a row, still pacing 279. And Barnes looking a little bit grim there because this is going to be likely the 2nd point in a row that his team's lost in this opening session. Dom just to keep it on the lane. And who would you want to pick rather than the #1 player in Europe, the man with a PBA title, Player of the Year 3 times in Europe, and just settle this one in the pocket for us, Dom, and it will all be over.
Europe are on a roll here. Oh, they don't quite get it. Yes, they do. Things are turning. Things are definitely turning. Swinging behind Europe now in this 2nd session.
It's high fives all round with the domination. Dom Barrett's team and family and friends, and it's high fives with Stuart Williams. Seals the victory for Team Europe. Sometimes you just need that little bit of luck, and Dom Barrett has just shown us how to get it.
This is superb from Team Europe. Let's not forget, Stu and Dom were trounced by Mike Fagan and Tommy Jones last year. Not today, though! Oh, yes!
Eight strikes in a row for Team Europe. Sounds outrageous, I know. But you've got 2 top players teamed up together. Dom Barrett for a 279 if he can slide this one in.
Never in doubt. Listen to the crowd inside the Metrodome. They know the fight back here has begun in earnest, Cass.
What a fantastic game from these 2 English players. Great friends on and off the lanes. 279, and that just looks absolutely amazing. Just a little glitch in frame 3. So close to being a 300 game.
With a 279, Dom and Stu have got another point for Europe. It had looked so grim at the start of this 2nd session. Not so now. The United States still lead, but the margin getting smaller by the match. Over to Tony.
Thank you. Well, Team Europe on the charge and looking good. Stuart, what happened this morning? What did you discuss with each other, and how have you come out so differently today?
I guess we're so far behind that we just decided to loosen up a little bit, and the pattern's a bit different this morning, and like everybody said, tomorrow's another day.
You've got Tommy in your next match, and that match must give you a lot of confidence to face him in the singles.
I didn't need that much to feel confident facing Tommy.
Oh, I like it. Stu, well done. Dom, this is more like it. I know you've got a huge following here for Team Europe, and personally, you've got a lot of family and friends here. This must feel really good.
It does, you know, to have them here and everyone here supporting us it's pretty disappointing for us as well when we don't really perform for them and things don't go our way. But you know, the pins seem to be falling now, and we're going to try and keep that going.
How were you feeling last night when you went back to the hotel and you were 5-1 down?
Livid. We were not happy. We come out here, we expect to win, we expect to perform well, and there was, they bowled really well, can't take anything away from them, but we weren't very happy. There's not a lot we had to say to one another to get ready for today. We just discussed the lane pattern, transitions, technical things, but we did not talk about what we needed to do today personally.
Because I have to say to everyone here that we're all staying in the same hotel, aren't we? And the Team USA table in the bar was rocking. Oh, they were having a great time. The Europeans, you could have heard a pin drop. Didn't look like much of a party.
It certainly wasn't. No, we were pretty miserable last night, as you expect, great competitors to be. But that's all changing now.
Well done, congratulations. You've won another point for your team. Well, the Weber Cup has caught fire, and it is Team Europe who are hot. Goodbye.